Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Too many black women have an employee mentality. Now, before I even go any further, this is not directed towards the entrepreneurial sisters out there who on that grind. So I'm just going to make that abundantly clear. And I know several black women who have their own businesses. They out there hustling. I got nothing but love and respect for them. And this is an issue I talked about before, but I'm talking about it again, right? Because I think it's been a major impediment to many black relationships. I think it's been a major impediment, right? Because if a brother can hook up with, an entrepreneurial sister and he's entrepreneurial, hey, it's all gravy. They both understand the hustle. They both understand they can live with the hustle. They can work together and build something, right? But what I'm finding is, you have many black women who they have a nice, comfortable job somewhere, and they're like, oh well, they're good. They think they've arrived. They got their shit together. But I've seen many of them will look down on a brother who's out there trying to make something happen independently. He's trying to get his business going or something like that. Which is weird to me, because the same women, they will praise the actions of a black woman who's doing something, but then try to look down on a brother who's doing something. Like, I give you an example. Sometimes it's said, you get some women, black women, who will try to talk trash about brothers making money on YouTube, which is funny to me, since plenty of women make money and plenty of other people make money on YouTube. But they'll be like with the brother, hey, you know what, you need to get a job. And I'm just like, they paying good money? I'm surprised I haven't heard it yet, but I'm like, whatever. The money's legal. It's being paid for by a Fortune 500 company. So it's money. It's legal. It's an ascension to wealth. But the problem there is, you have these women, they feel like you moving up. If you can get a job with someone, that you're doing good. Someone else. You can punch their time clock and they halfway consider you valuable. You're doing good. And, they'll look down on the brother. Even though he's probably making more money than them. Or if he isn't, he's getting to that point. But he's building something that he can control. And see, that can be a major issue, especially with relationships. That's why I ain't really talk about this on my business channel, which y'all need to check out. Y'all need to sub. Ron Wills about that business. But that's a problem, because, and this is something I face personally in relationships. This is something I face. That's why, maybe that's why I'm talking about it, because I peeped something. I remember back in the day when I had those aspirations of being independent, right? I was still working that regular job. It was actually quite prestigious job, making a lot of money, right? Could have just really stayed with it. If I actually stayed with it, I'll put it like this, I'd probably be making 6 figures on it right now, right? But I would still be answering to someone. But see, for some women, they want that. Some black women, they want that. And so, they see their brother, he's making that high amount of money. But see, here's a funny thing. Men in general want their own shit. They want their own empire. Even if a man has to work a 9 to 5, he wants to feel like there's some corner of the world that he has total control over. And even, like I said, even these people, he could be working on a job that he has to be, like a cop, fireman, military, something like that. You got to work with a hierarchy. He still wants to have something in there that feel like, all right, I'm in control of this. But see, some men go even further. They don't even want to be a part of that. But see, too often you have a situation where the man, he's trying to make it on that grind, and he might start dealing with a woman, but then she just wants him to get a regular job. She wants him to like get something because she's like, well, the bills got to be paid, all that. Now, in situations where, he ain't making money, hey, he got to do what he got to do. Yeah, he can get a part-time job or something like that, or even a full-time job, but he still got to grind. But I've seen situations like that where the dude is making money and paying the bills. I've had some people come back and tell me the woman's like, well, you need to get a regular job, or they don't respect the job, right? Mainly because they don't understand whatever he's doing, whatever his hustle is. They just thinking more in terms of security. Well, it's a combination thinking in terms of security, and then many black women that really believe in a black man can make it. So if you have a situation, and that plays big in black male-female relationships, you got the women with the employee mentality, right? And they got that it could be getting on their nerves, but they feel good. They can buy stuff, making a little bit of money. I mean, I've known some women, they would buy 2 cars even though it was them living by themselves. But then they trying to relate to this dude who's trying to go with something else. And see, what they'll do is, if they think he cute enough or sexy enough, they'll still deal with him. But they'll do little things, right? They will do little things to try to get him to, get that steady job. Because they're not comfortable with it. They're not comfortable with it. And see, if you get that kind of clash, the relationship is not going to work. I just did a video talking about values. If you got one person valuing that 9-to-5 job and the other person valuing his independence, well, things ain't gonna work out. And that's a big thing out here. That's a big thing. That's an aspect of relationships I don't think people talk about. I don't think we talk about it. I think we talk about a lot of bullshit, to be honest, overall. And I'm saying a collective we. I know there's some individuals in there who will try to talk about some real things, but as a collective, men and women in this black relationship industrial complex be talking about some bullshit. But see, that value thing, I mean, and it's also, if you want to break it down to its mere essence, it's an abundance mentality versus a poverty mentality. See, someone with a poverty mentality, they're always worried about being poor. They worried about scarcity. So it's like they get that job and they'll try to hang on it for a while, because they worried about not having a job. They wonder, well, what happens if I lose this and everything? That's a poverty mentality, right? See, someone with abundance mentality is going to see all the hustles out here and is going to see all the money out here. That's why you can get somebody, they can look at something and they're like, man, hold up, there's a lot of money in there. Let me go make it, and they'll go for it. But see, often, if a man and woman is in a relationship, especially, and this can be a problem. Like, say the man is working 9-to-5, he's bringing in good money, but he has some business ideas and he's done the research, he's done his due diligence. Often the woman don't want to support him, and often she don't want to support it. And of course, she'll tell her girlfriends who live in ordinary lives too, they don't want to support it, so they'll get back to her. It's like, nah, you shouldn't let him do that. You can't let him go for it. And that happens a lot, because it's hard. The women don't want to go through that period where he might struggle a bit, or they might have to cut back from their lifestyle. But the payoff is way greater. And it's not to say the dude's automatically going to make it, but he's not starting out from a place. One thing, he ain't starting out from a place where his woman truly believe in him, because the woman has an employee mentality and think this is good. And like I said, this is despite her wanting, she might have some ideas and stuff, or her supporting the black, they see another one of their sisters doing something, like, yeah, she going. But see, the man, deep down, they don't believe he can do it, right? So they might even sabotage it. And if somebody who's like checked out my 5 sexual personality types of women, there is a specific type of woman who will sabotage a man doing something. I've seen that happen. You know, you get the man trying to do something, the woman doing every little thing not to help him. So that's a major issue in black relationships. I'm gonna say black, and I know I got plenty of people all over who listen to my stuff. Okay, that's cool, yo. That's cool. I don't mind that. But it's usually something with black relationships that make it on to some national news program. Which, by the way, I'm still chomping at the bit for somebody to put something out, because I'm going blitzkrieg that joint. So anyway, right? Everything is cool. I'll get back with y'all later. Peace.